multiplying integers follows the exact same rules as multiplying regular numbers, but we have a couple extra kind of add-ons or a couple different rules that we need to follow. So one of the things that we can think of, and again, you've probably heard this before and gone through it, but this is extra practice for it. So when both integers have the same sign, so either they are both positive or both negative, the resulting product will always be a positive answer. Now you might see this word here, product. That means the answer to a multiplication statement. So whenever it says product, that means that we're trying to find the answer to a multiplication statement. So if they're both the same, we are going to the answer is going to be positive. So it doesn't matter if they're both positive, which we've seen lots of in the past, or if they're both negative, which is a little bit different. Okay, the answer will then be a positive answer. Now, when there is one positive integer and one negative integer, okay, the integer being multiplied together, okay, now order doesn't matter, nor does size. It doesn't matter if one's bigger than the other, okay, the resulting product will always be a negative.
Kyle Delorme to the 910 office. Kyle Delorme to the
And there's an announcement that we're hearing because, you know, I'm here at school while I'm doing this. So, for the most part, we're doing exactly what we would normally do with multiplying numbers, but now we're just determining which sign are we going to have in the front. So the first one here, 4 times 6, or 4 multiplied by 6, and I'm using the multiplying sign, not a dot in this case here. Both of them are positive, so we know that our answer is going to be a positive. Okay. Now we don't normally have to write positives in there, but I will for these ones, just so that we recognize that. And then we do the multiplication the same way. 4 times 6, 4 groups of 6, or 6 groups of 4 is 24. Okay, so it's a positive 24. Now, on the other side, if they are both negative numbers, so we have negative 3 multiplied by negative 6, again, we look at the signs. Both negative, meaning that they're the same sign, so our answer is going to be positive. Okay? Now, don't worry too much about why it's positive or kind of the process involved. If you want to look that up, you gladly can. I'm not going to go through that here in class, but recognize that if they're the same sign, we have a positive answer. And then we just do regular multiplication. 3 multiplied by 6 is just 18. So our answer is positive 18. Now it changes a little bit when we have one positive and one negative. Anytime we have a positive and a negative, so again, order is not going to matter, and we'll see that in the next one here. One positive, one negative, our answer is automatically going to be negative. Then we do the multiplying, 4 times 3, and so this answer is just going to be negative 12. Okay. This is maybe a little bit easier to see because we have 4 groups of negative 3, so we're just going to have a negative value. Okay. 4 groups of negative 3 is going to give us negative 12 because we put them all together. If we have a negative in front and a positive, that's still the same thing. Again, order doesn't matter. So negative 10 times positive 7, we're going to be guaranteed a negative because we have one negative and one positive, okay, one of each. And so then our answer will be 7 times 10, which is 70. It'll be negative 70. Next one here, 5. You'll notice 2 negatives, meaning that our answer is positive. Okay, 2 negatives means a positive. So then we multiply 2 times 12, 24. Okay, and there's our answer, positive 24. Final one is negative 5 times positive 5. Okay, in this case here, again, they are kind of the same number. One is negative, one is positive. So our answer is going to be negative, and 5 times 5 is just 25, or you can think of it as 5 squared. We'll get into those squares later on. But this, again, one negative, one positive, our answer will then be a negative. Now I want you to try those. Some questions 6 and 7 on the assignment. Again, I'm going to ask you to do as much of this as you can without using a calculator. Show all your work, okay, and complete all the questions.